What is up guys, it's your boy Swole. I'm here, back with another classic WoW Season of Discovery video for you. So I just finished getting all 12 Warlock runes on my Warlock, and today I want to give you my solid feedback, my own personal feedback on the whole rune system and rune acquisition, and just my opinions on the rune thing in Season of Discovery. Now, just to show you guys, I do have all 12 runes on my Warlock. I just finished my last one, which was the reputation grind with the faction that you have to grind the boxes for, which there should be a video up about, because I found a really good trick on how to get that rep as fast as possible that I also shared with you guys in a video yesterday. So if you haven't seen that one and you want to farm the rep really fast, well, watch that video. It's basically a really nice trick that will save you hours when you're farming the rep. Either way, all the runes, they were really fun to get. Like, first of all, you get a way more than I was expecting to get in the starter zone. Like, literally, we picked up Chaos Bolt at level 6 or 7. We got Chaos Bolt so early, and also Haunt. Like, I got Haunt at level 2 and I was kind of underwhelmed. I was hoping to get like something else, but then I just played and I noticed like Haunt is super good. It deals so much damage and heals you as well when it's either dispelled or the Haunt effect ends, right? You will get healed for all the damage it deals, which while leveling in the lower levels, that's about half your health, so you will get half your health back all the time. I also noticed that we found something like, for example, Master Tunneler, we found really early. You get this one from some of the mobs in Dark Shore, for example, and you just get them while questing. Now, it's really nice because many of the runes you naturally get while you quest, while some of them you have to go out of your way to actually find in the open world, and you will never find them unless you actually hunt for them. Now, Master Tunneler, as I just talked about, drops from mobs outside the Tower of Althalax, so you just have to kill mobs here and you get that rune super easy. And I didn't even know this at the time. I just randomly found them from these mobs without checking Wowhead. I tried to get as many of my runes as possible without using any Wowhead guides, just like learning as we go basically, and talking to people. I got most of my advice and most of my guides and most of like my information through talking to people, either on Discord or in the guild chat or in world chat or whispering other warlocks, just like trying to like communicate and socialize. I feel like part of the discovery element here is not following guides, but it's more about talking to people, exchanging clues on where to go and how to find things. Now, by far the most insane one to get was the Metamorphosis rune, because it was bugged. Like many other things, I think the Earth Shield one for Shamans as well was bugged for 3 days, so that kind of like takes away a little bit of the hunt, because we hunted for Metamorph for 3 days, and the only reason why we couldn't find it, it was bugged, which takes away so much essence of how much fun we had hunting for this rune. I really wish it would just like be something obscure and not a bug, but it happened to be a bug. And afterwards, like for example, we had to do the class quest to go into the raid, kill 5 bosses, and kill the trash after 5 bosses, which I personally didn't mind. Like, the Metamorph rune is absolutely epic, so having to go through a raid to get it, I didn't mind at all. But people on the forums, they disagreed, and they changed. Like, Blizzard changed this, so you can now farm it outside of the raid through a couple of mobs on the Strand, the Storm Strand, outside BFD, right? So you don't have to go into the raid anymore, you still have to do Shadowfang Keep, and it's still cool, because you have to kill level 30 demons at the end to get the rune, right? And you also have runes, like for example the Incinerate rune. This one you have to find an elite in a cave in Redridge for, and like, if you're questing just like naturally, there is a big chance you would never find this elite in that cave, and you would never find the rune. So once again, what I'm trying to say is that I think it's really cool that you get some runes just from questing, just from your class trainer. It's really obvious, and some other runes you find dropping from mobs while you're questing, and they're like almost intentionally put into certain quest mobs that you will just find them from. It's like Living Bomb for mages as well. You find them from mobs you would otherwise just kill naturally, and that way you get that item. And then you have things like Chaos Bolt, which is from a frozen mob, which is so cool that we get Chaos Bolt, and I think mages get Burnout, right, from the frozen mob, which is located in several different places. You have one in Dunmorrow, one in Elwyn, and I think Horde also has 2 of them in separate starting zones, just making it so available to everyone. Now, speaking of being available to everyone, I think when it comes to the discovery runes that you have to really go out and discover, they're really alliance favored, aren't they? Like if you're playing a priest on the horde side, you have to get 2 of your runes, I think, in Darkshore, no, Duskwood, I keep messing those 2 up. 2 in Duskwood, 1 in Redridge. Paladins as well have a rare in Redridge, I think, if I remember correctly. So you have to go to Redridge, and even in the Warlock one, you have 1 in the tower in Redridge that you have to do, like one of your the starting things is in the Tower of Ilgalar, and the other one is in Darkshore. 2 really like alliance zones, and Horde has to go really out of their way to get to these 2 zones to get those items. Now, on Alliance, we have a couple of the Horde favored ones, like if you're playing Feral Druid, then Wild Strikes, you get from the Stone Tunnel Mountains, but overall, Horde has like what? Probably 20 runes that are really like in deep alliance zones, and we have like 2. So it seems like whoever designed the quest and the acquisition for runes, they're playing alliance, and they know they're playing alliance. The only reason I can see it for being alliance favored is trying to get Horde to invade alliance cities, which is cool on PvP servers, but if you're playing on PvE, it's kind of just like an annoyance and a hindrance that you have to jump over. Just to like go to an alliance zone, walk for half an hour to get 1 rune. The only good thing there is that when you go and get 1 rune, you can usually get 2 of them in the same place. So that's cool, but yeah, I really wish, and there could be, like for example, it could be that Alliance has just figured out their way of getting the rune, and there are still some undiscovered ones on the Horde side, but if not, then it's really Alliance favored, isn't it? Once again, it is possible that there are some Horde ways to get those runes that we just haven't discovered yet, but at this point, we're almost a week into the season. I really think if there was a way, we would have discovered it by now, so it just feels like some of the runes are really favored to Alliance getting them really early, and to be honest, that makes me really scared for Phase 2, because now I think Phase 1, the runes will be Alliance favored, Phase 2 they will be Horde favored, to kind of like justify it, right, to make up for it. So I'm kind of dreading Phase 2 now, we'll see how that goes, and I also feel like some classes have gotten way more impactful runes. If you're playing a rogue, for example, I know rogues have been feeling really bad about their runes compared to something like a warlock or a mage who's just been buffed through the roof basically, already being good classes by the way, and we've been buffed so much. And then you have rogue, which also has been buffed in some areas, but hasn't really been like, they haven't seen the same power spike. So once again, I think that Phase 2, they will try to justify that by making it so that the classes that have been insanely buffed will not get buffed as much, and the classes that are lacking buffs will get insane buffs. So I'm dreading Phase 2, that Warlocks maybe don't get those huge buffs, right? But the rune system so far has been really fun, and it's been, here's the thing, when Season of Discovery came out, I was thinking that we had to level to 25 for then the runes to be impactful. I thought the leveling process would be pretty much the same as it was in Classic Era, and boy was I wrong. Like, you get your first rune at level 2, and already then it impacts your leveling, like you had the way you level. Specifically for Warlocks, Haunt is massive, and also Chaos Bolt at level 6. Even on my Mage, I was able to get Living Flame at level 6, so it's like, many of the runes you get, they really impact your leveling. You can even get things like Crusader Strike at level 4 and Divine Storm. If you really go for it, you can get it early. Like, I have a level 15 friend who's on the questline and he's on the last part for Divine Storm. Now, he's gonna have troubles getting into groups to kill level 30 demons, but he's on that part. He's done the towers at level 15, so it's just like you can go out of your way and get like really powerful runes really early if you want to, and I just love the whole system, I really do, because you get some runes really easily and you have some that you really have to grind for. In my experience, for example, Metamorph, I had to go through a really big questline for, and a big hunt for the Metamorph as well, and we also, for the Demonic Pacts, we had to do a huge questline with 3 turn-ins in Booty Bay. Or in Ratchet, which took me about 2 hours in total, so once again, that's 2 hours spent for 1 rune, and I think it took more actually, 2 or 3 hours or something, to farm all the materials, to walk back and forth. It's like a journey. It's a journey, and you feel like you've earned the rune afterwards, and then you have things like Incinerate, you just go out and kill an elite, that could be difficult to kill, and then you have Everlasting Affliction, which was locked behind Reputation, which took me about 2 hours to farm as well. So once again, it's a journey. You're going on a journey to get these things. Lake of Fire as well, you have to go out and you have to buy some bombs in Hillsbrad and bomb some rubble and loot a chest. It's just like so cool. It's like a mini game in the game itself, and there's so many different ways of acquiring the runes. It's not just like kill and loot, which it has been before. Like when it comes to looting, you just kill things, you loot things. This time around, it's a lot more. It's a lot more complicated in a very fun way. Either way, I just wanted to provide some feedback and talk about this after I've obtained every single rune. I'm kind of happy, having gotten all 12 runes. That was a goal of mine from the very start, to both experience the raid and to get all 12 runes, and now I have done so. I did a 7 out of 7 clear on my first try. In a pug, I managed to get the trinket, and we have 12 out of 12 runes on the Warlock. So right now I'm really happy. And we have the Metamorph form, which it looks cool. I have like different opinions on the Metamorph form. Like, it's really cool, but I don't think it belongs in Classic WoW, but it's still really cool. Either way, hopefully you enjoyed the video and me rambling today, just trying to talk about the rune system. I really wanted to like get my opinions out there and hear if you agree or disagree. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like and subscribe for more Season of Discovery content. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you again very soon. Peace.